Hello and welcome to today's demonstration of Silect MP Studio. This session will provide you with an overview of the MP Studio product, and I'm going to break it down into a couple of different areas. We're going to first talk about the MP lifecycle, everything from authoring to tuning, backup, version control, override management, etc. And then we're going to talk about some of the additional tools that we deliver in MP Studio that will help you work with SCOM, including things like our migration wizard, our SCOM Explorer. We'll also take a look at some of the new PowerBI dashboards that we include in MP Studio. And we've really evolved the product to become an essential toolbox for anybody using SCOM. I'll also touch on the Silect Operations Portal, which provides a web-based interface to the MP lifecycle, things like authoring and tuning management packs, etc. Also delivers a self-service capability where you can delegate things like subscriptions and maintenance to your stakeholders within your environment. And then lastly, we'll just touch on the Silect Cloud, which is a free service delivering some of those MP authoring and version control capabilities. So initially, we're going to cover the MP lifecycle, including authoring, MP analysis, MP deployment, version control, and backup.
So at the heart of the MP Studio application is a stored database, and that's where all the management packs are kept. These are management packs that we're working with within our environment, whether they're under development or perhaps management packs that are installed in our SCOM environment. So to begin with, we're going to create a new management pack to show you some of the authoring capabilities of MP Studio. Let's click on the new MP, and I'm going to create a new management pack to monitor the Silect portal process. I'm going to save it to my store database in a development folder. And now we have the choice of what type of management pack we want to create, whether it's for Windows, SNMP, or Linux, as well as we can select the appropriate SCOM version. I'm going to create an empty management pack just to show you some of the wizards and how they work. And so let's begin by creating a discovery that's going to discover systems that are running the portal service. I'm going to create a registry discovery. And as in most cases, when you're creating MP elements in MP Studio, you have the ability to browse a system. And in this case, we're going to browse the registry on a system where the portal is installed. And we're going to use that to find a key that's going to identify an instance of the application. I'm going to leave the rest of the defaults as they are, so we pre-populate all of the fields, and which of course you can change as you go along, but it makes it very, very simple to just use the default values next, done to create the element, in this case creating a registry discovery. So now a discovery and class are created. The next thing I want to do is create a monitor, and I want to monitor the portal service. Again, I'm going to browse the system where the portal is installed. We're going to find the specific portal service. And I can do the same thing here. I can leave all the default values as they are. Perhaps I want to use generate alerts. Click finish, and now I'm done. So now we have a monitor, we have a discovery. I'm going to save the management pack to the store database. You'll see it prompts me for a description of the change, so I can reference, let's say, a work item number. I can add specific comments to any of the individual changes that are being made to the management pack. And as you can see, it also does an automatic version stamp of the MP. So now it's saved off into our store database. The next thing I want to show you is how we work with fragments. Fragments make authoring management packs very, very easy. A fragment is basically a chunk of XML code that defines a specific SCOM workflow. And we can import fragments into the management pack that we're working with here. We include a library of fragments within MP Studio. These are fragments that have mostly been developed by the community. And I'm going to choose, in this case, a process fragment that will monitor the specific process that represents the Silect portal service. When I import the fragment into the management pack, it's going to prompt me for the various parameters required by the fragment. In this case, I've already imported this previously, so it's cached those values. So we can actually use those values as is and import this process monitor fragment into the management pack. So now you see that new monitor that we've added. And now when I go to save the management pack, again, we'll be prompted for a description. We can see all the changes, in this case, all the additions that have been made to the management pack. We're going to automatically version increment the management pack. We'll hit save and we're done. And so the next scenario I want to walk through is deploying a management pack. And so as part of the deployment process, we should review the management pack contents to understand what's there. And in this case, we're going to look for the DNS management pack that we've just downloaded. I've searched the store database, and you can see that it is installed on one of my SCOM servers. But let's open up the management pack. We'll do some analysis of the contents of the MP before deploying it. The first thing I can do is view a reference tree, so we can see the relationships between the various management packs. And next I'm going to open the management pack so we can view the various elements. So here we're looking at all the discoveries defined within the management pack, and I can view the details of any of those items. Same thing for rules and same thing for monitors. Now, one of the things that is recommended is to do some tuning of the MP before deployment. So I'm just going to look at all of the enabled monitors, and perhaps in this scenario all of the NS lookup monitors can be disabled because that's not something that we're going to monitor in our environment. So I can bulk select those particular monitors. I can choose to manage the overrides. I'm going to create a new management pack that's going to contain those overrides. I'll put it in the staging folder. And what I'm going to do next is disable all of these monitors. So you can see we're creating a bulk number of overrides for each of those elements. We're going to turn off all those NS lookup monitors and save those into that overrides management pack. We see the couple of versions of that override MP. And now if I'm ready to deploy that out to my SCOM environment, I'm going to select deploy, choose my SCOM 2022 environment, and click OK. It's going to automatically drag along the necessary sealed management packs, and we'll hit deploy. And when the management pack has been deployed, we'll get confirmation of that. MP Studio also allows you to work with installed management packs. So I can open up any management pack running within my SCOM environment and view the contents of the management pack. So I can view discoveries, rules, monitors, etc. I also have the ability to make changes to those elements if I want to create overrides, for example. So in this case, I can just look at my unit monitors and I can create overrides if that's something that we need to do. Similarly, for unsealed management packs, I can open up and view the contents of unsealed management packs. And if I'm about to say upgrade a management pack, I can view any of the management packs which reference a sealed management pack, which is helpful for me to navigate what other things might be impacted by an upgrade. Next, we're going to take a look at some of the tools that we include within MP Studio, including the SCOM Explorer, Agent Workflow, SCOM Migration, as well as the new PowerBI dashboards that we've included with MP Studio. So I'm going to right-click on my management group. I'm going to select the Explore Management Group option, and MP Studio is going to go out and basically build the health model of that SCOM environment. And it's going to allow us to then view the various objects that exist within the environment and drill down and really find out information about any one of these objects. So here we're looking at classes, and I can view specific instances of any of these classes. I can see the hierarchy and relationships of classes. And we can view the XML definitions. We have some other videos that go into much more detail on the SCOM Explorer available on our YouTube channel. The SCOM Migration Assistant allows you to easily complete a side-by-side migration. So whether you're upgrading SCOM from one version to another, if you're moving the environment to perhaps as a result of a merger, or perhaps you're adopting SCOM MI, the Migration Assistant is a great way to help move your settings from one SCOM environment to another. So here are the various options that we make available to you as part of the migration, and then we'll step you through the various aspects of the migration, whether you're moving management packs across from one environment to the next. So here we can move any one of the management packs that we want to migrate across the environment. We'll have options to move other settings to the new environment as well, including any roles, custom roles that might be defined in our original environment, run as configurations, custom resolution states, administrative settings that can be migrated across to the new environment, resource pools, maintenance schedules, and agents. And this, I'll just highlight the agent migration capability. It can be a large task, and what we do is we multi-home those agents to the new environment. And we also provide some ways of throttling the addition of these agents to the new SCOM environment, because just adding a large number of agents at a given time to SCOM can be challenging, can be hard for SCOM to keep up. So we give you some ways of throttling the addition of those new agents to the SCOM environment. And lastly, to show you the new PowerBI dashboards that we've included within MP Studio. So we provide a couple of different dashboards. One of them is a daily checks dashboard, and so this was the result of working very closely with a large global SCOM deployment, and we learned what things were important to check on a regular basis to help ensure that SCOM was operating correctly. So this group of dashboards is going to give you insight into the operation of SCOM itself and help you find any things that might lead to problems with SCOM. The other group of dashboards show us a summary of the alerts that are happening within our environment. I can get that alert information summarized based on some different categories, so I can group that alert information. I can also drill down to see which management packs are creating the most alerts, and I can see trends that are developing in that. So as for next steps, we encourage you to visit our product page, silect.com/mpstudio, to learn more about the product. And probably the best thing to do is get an evaluation copy to run within your environment so you can see all these features working within your SCOM infrastructure.